Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between TLO and Probe on Ruins of Seras. So this is game 1 between these two players from their best of 3 series from the most recent DreamHack tournament. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player representing Germany and Team Liquid. It is the little one. And in the top right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player representing the nation of Australia, as well as Echo Esports. It is Probe. So a ZVP on Ruins of Seras. Some of the best ZVPs I've ever cast have been on this map. I don't know what it is. Maybe some of it encourages macro-style games. Maybe some of it is just there are some nice open spaces. There are other nice kind of tighter spaces to attack into. Kind of benefits both races fairly well. Excuse me there. That pizza I had earlier is coming back to say hello. But yes, I expect some very good games here. So what I'm going to do, I've had some requests on my channel recently to actually do some series casts. So where I cast every game in a series. So I'm going to start with the best of 3. We'll see how that works out. I think what I'll do is do Pro versus TLO for the next couple of days, however long the series lasts. Not going to spoil anything. In the evening cast, at least, you know, in Eastern Standard Time. And then I will do other casts in my morning cast. So I'll do some Terran stuff up there so your Terran fans don't feel neglected. And we'll see if it works out. If you enjoy it, let me know in the comments. If you think it's a bad idea, let me know too. And we'll kind of judge how it's going to work out from there. It's going to be a lot of ZVP though, or it could be for some of these 7-game series. A lot of TVZ or whatever the matchup happens to be. But anyway, it looks like, while I've been saying this, TLO's going for a 1-base play here with Speedlings. 8 Speedlings just popped out. They're going to try to head out and see what they can do to kill their opponent. Drone scouting and seeing there is not a base here for Probe. That means exactly that Probe is up here. Immediately a pylon is thrown down. He might just cancel this Nexus because the Lings will be here momentarily. Speed about 50% complete. More Lings on the way. Can TLO make this work? He is getting a hatch, so it's not a super duper crazy 1-base all in here. But it looks like he is sticking on Speedling production here for quite a while. We have seen this before on the channel. I'm not sure it's ever worked. But if anybody can make it work, it's going to be TLO. He is a very excellent Zerg player. The first Zealot warping out, a Zealot holding the line is exactly pretty much all that Probe can do right now. And here comes the Zealot. Don't leave your post, Zealot. I think he might have to, though, because look, the Lings are going after this Nexus. Is he going to let it finish? And yes, Probe does let the Nexus finish here. They're going to try to get us around on the Zealot. Pretty good micro, keeping the Zealot out of the way there. More and more Lings in production, but no, Lings on the way, but none in production. And here comes a Mothership Core with the Photon Overcharge. Going to try to kill this pylon, at least kill something, have something to show for this attack, TLO. And indeed he does, but there's an Adept holding the line, not getting through their Lings. And the Lings trying to get in once again. Another Photon Overcharge, forcing the Lings away. Now, Photon Overcharge does not do enough damage to actually single-shot a Ling. It does 2-shot them, but it doesn't do 1. So it's not like they can clean out huge group of Lings that fast, but it's enough. The attack speed on these things is enough that it was enough to... I'm going to say enough again, that it did force TLO back home again. So that's how you want to deal with early Ling pressure. If you're a Protoss player, scout it out, see it coming, throw down a pylon, get your Mothership Core out as soon as you can, and get Photon Overcharges out. They do fantastically well. It's only 25 energy per Photon Overcharge, which means there are still, right now, 2 more the Mothership Core can use, which is just super useful. 3 more Lings come zipping on up, skipping with their little wings into the picture, trying to get inside the base, but no, there are 2 sentries here zapping away at the Lings, maybe trying to kill yet another pylon, but there's an Adept and a Zealot here. Not going to happen, but look at this, more Lings streaming across the map and drones. What the heck is he doing with drones? TLO, you crazy. He's going for 3 hatch. And more Lings. Is this like a fake out? What are the drones doing? Where are you, drones? Did he not mean to be the drones up here? It might have been an accident. That's kind of embarrassing, actually. All right, so the Lings come in. They do surround the Adept. The Zealot is helping as well. A couple Lings are falling. A full surround on that Zealot, and the Zealot dies. But Photon Overcharge comes up. The Lings are forced to retreat once again. How many Lings are on the map? 22 Lings and 22 drones. 22 to 38 workers. If this doesn't work for TLO, Probe is going to win this thing for sure. Making Banelings. All right, I did not see the Baneling nest in the production tab, but guess what? There was a Baneling nest. TLO trying to make this darn thing work. Can he? is the question. Moving up with the banelings, but full pull here by Probe. Nuh-uh, you're not going to catch my probes, he says. And actually splashing on nothing there. The Lings come in, a desperation play by TLO, catching one of the pylons. Yes, killing one pylon, maybe killing another one there too. And yes, getting the pylon and an adept. There's a Phoenix here. I don't know what that's going to do, but here comes a hallucinated Phoenix, not doing much of anything. The Zerglings are trying to kill pylons. Only thing that can stop them is this mothership core going after probes too. And can the pylons finish? Yes, one finishes, two finish. And mothership core with 6 kills herself. That pylon has 1 kill, and the Lings are forced to retreat. Probes come back on in. Lings can't get through here because the sentries are holding the wall. And it's 30 to 40 total harvesters. But again, 3 bases are up for TLO. He might be able to drone himself back into this game. It is an insane early aggressive play here from TLO. And is he going to make it work? Getting another pylon. Yes, getting another pylon. But guess what? One more back here. Probe is, no, Probe is not supply blocked. What the heck killed an Overlord? I don't know. He was supply blocked for about half a second there. Taking out yet another pylon. Doesn't get canceled. Just slowly whittling down. Let's take a look here. Resources lost, 1,200 minerals, 150 gas lost for TLO, 1,300 minerals, 50 gas lost for Probe, and 7 total workers. Did we split even? Is that fair to say? As some Phoenix come rolling on in, that's probably what killed those Overlords, were the Phoenix. So there's a Spore Crawler here, but all these probes, or all these drones rather, are in a lot of trouble. Big Adept sentry push, shoving these Lings away off of that front step. Overlord dies, getting some shots off on those Phoenix, not quite able to kill them yet. Is there a Spore Crawler in here? There's not. Surprisingly, no Spore Crawlers in the main base, which might be a problem because guess what? Here comes some Phoenix. So we're going to zoom out, take a look at it. Lings trying to get back on inside, but Mothership Core spots that happening. Army moves, repositions, and pushes them away once again with a nice rebuff. So, okay, there is a Spore Crawler. Just couldn't quite see it underneath those Overlords. Trying to kill Overlords, but might lose a Phoenix. Yes, losing a Phoenix a little bit carelessly there was Pro, but that's okay. APM for these players. What on earth? TLO is averaging 600 APM. Probe's at 300, and that looks boring in comparison. This is an insanely hard-played game. Lings dancing, and once again, nope. Not quite able to get the kill there. And Phoenix flying around trying to find additional bases, perhaps things that they don't know about. 3 base to 3 base right now. This Nexus on the way for Probe. Not quite there yet. And look at this. TLO is actually up 53 to 47 harvesters. How in the earth did he do that? He's up in worker count, but guess what? Here comes the Adept Brigade. We've seen this cause Zerg players problems before, especially with Phoenix causing problems around. All right, so a bunch of Lings here, and a Spine Crawler coming up. Is he going to get it here in time, though? Because, again, the Adepts are here, the Adepts are me, and the Adepts are ready to go. So Queens stabbing away, Lings stabbing away as again. Can this Spine Crawler actually finish? Do the drones just pull? I'm not sure any drones were here in the first place with all the Phoenix in the air. Sonic transfer up. No, they canceled to stay here to try to kill this Spine Crawler all by themselves. Surprising play. Lings come in from the backside, try to get surrounded on these Adepts. Not quite doing it very well. The angle is not that great for TLO, but killing a few Adepts anyway. Spine Crawler is still alive. Oh no, a mistake by Probe. But Adepts rolling into this base. There's a Queen and a Spine Crawler here too. A lot of Adepts have lost their lives today. Lost units. 10 Adepts have died. Oh no. Oh no, Probe. 2,600 minerals, 150 gas lost for TLO. Probe's lost 2,300 and 350 himself. That was a lot of Adepts. The Phoenix are causing a problem here. Like, I'm not going to lie, but TLO is down in worker count. Did lose some workers there. 9 total drones have been killed. 8 total probes have lost their lives. And the Phoenix just being annoying. Very active, though. I really like this from Probe. And I'm going to be honest. I think TLO could probably stand to have maybe another Spore Crawler out here. Maybe getting some Corruptors out. Would be nice to deal with this huge Phoenix ball. I just don't know who's going to win at this point. I really don't. I like this 3 base to 3 base in favor of Probe. But TLO, I thought for sure after that Ling attack didn't do a whole lot, that he would end up just losing straight away after that. But this Phoenix Cloud, again, getting huge, getting really big. They could kill that Queen easily if they wanted to. They're killing Roaches, for heaven's sakes. They don't do extra damage versus Roaches. They only do 5 damage versus armored units. But still, they're making themselves effective, taking some shots from Queens. Oh no, picking up Hydras. Oh, bad rally by TLO. You can't just rally your Hydras out in the middle of nowhere when there are Phoenix on the field. Again, I know his attention is elsewhere. His attention is on 100 other things right now. But man, he's got to expand as well. I just think if Probe gets a 4th base, it might be a game. It might. Again, I'm couching my words as carefully as I can here, because TLO is an excellent player who's been around for a long time and has had a lot of good success. Probe, not as experienced, but obviously showing very well here, doing it as well as he can. He's down 69 to 62 Harvesters, though. TLO in the lead there. Templar Archives coming up for a Protoss player, and a 4th Nexus on the way. 4th Nexus. So, okay, so Phoenix, rather, Infestors are going to be out eventually here. Pathogen Glands on the way. The timing makes sense for that to finish before the Infestors begin there. Or actually, the technical timing is get Pathogen Glands about 50% complete, 30% complete, and then start your Infestors. But TLO did not do any of that. Again, trying to keep his units alive against these Phoenix. More and more Spore Crawlers coming up. He has Lurkers mixed in here too. Army composition seems to be an Immortal Zealot construction, which I don't know is going to work very well against Lurkers, just because Lurkers do well against Zealots and extra damage versus Armored. So we'll see as these Burrowlings are getting taken down all across the map. Zealot hacking his way with his +1 attack against these unupgraded Lings. And here comes our friend Probe heading south towards the Zerg player's base. A lot of static defense being thrown down. I'm not sure if it's going to get there in time. Lurker count is 3. Some Hydras coming in here too. So much static defense being thrown down. But that's a lot of Immortals against this many Spine Crawlers. I don't know. I don't know. Trying to get some Lurkers in desperately before the army shows up. Can they get morphed in? Infestors trying to get some Fungals down. That would be a huge difference. A Fungal Lurker combination could decimate this army. Probe needs to be very, very careful in this situation. Phoenix still flying around trying to see what they can see. And right now, if Probe just keeps TLO contained on 3 bases, I think maybe he wins this game. A lot of Archons, a lot of Immortals here. The mineral dump here has been Zealots. Overlord kind of scouting out this way. This is the most Spine Crawlers I've seen since Infestor Broodlord back in Wings of Liberty, man. Remember the huge Spine Crawler walls Protoss used to have to manage, and then the Broodlords would be behind there, and then Infestors would try to catch your armies so that they would have to hold still while the Broodlords killed them. I mean, it was some pretty good stuff to watch, to be honest. But those days are long gone. Trying to pick out some queens on the front lines. A 4th base coming down by TLO, and a big warp in here of Zealots in the main base. There are some Hydras, but the Zealots are probably going to just rock everything here. Fungal catching some of the Zealots. A full pull of drones, though. Hydras and Roaches trying to murder these guys, and Lurkers coming into it now, spining through all of them. Warp Prism evacuating. Does Probe want to attack now while everyone is engaged? No. No, he does not. Fairly well held there by TLO. And the Phoenix come rolling around. Again, this 4th base is very brave. There's an army just outside his front door, but you know what? I think he's going to be okay. I think he's going to live against this 4-base army from Probe. Floating quite a bit of money, but definitely up 174 to 151 total supply. Army value, 3,000 minerals, 2,000 gas for TLO, 5,800 minerals, and 3,200 gas for Probe. He has such a better army right now. It's just... Can the static defense make a difference? Can the Fungals make a difference? Can Lurkers make enough of a difference? And it's TLO, so we'll have to wait and see here. Warping in some more units. The Overlord spying that one out. And TLO, from being the aggressor, is now basically turtling. And I think Probe recognizes that. So, is he going to go for it? Yes, he's going to catch that Spine Crawler, kill it immediately, lifting up some Queens, killing some of those, killing some Creep Tumors as well. Going to try to roll up and kill this base. And can he get it? The Lurkers spining into everything, though. I don't know if Probe knows about these. The Immortals crushing through as well. Hydras from the top side. Forced to retreat, though. Back on up. At least, are the Lurkers still alive? 2 Lurkers are still here. Immortals falling. The base ends up dead as well. There's a Viper taking some shots, but is still alive. Another drop back here with Adepts this time. Trying to kill stuff. Terrible at killing buildings, but the army backs out for Probe. Has killed this 4th base and a 5th base coming up for Probe. I really hate to say that the early aggression is what sunk TLO, but it might have been. Adepts here getting Fungals on them. Roaches and Hydras tucking them out. Another big Zealot attack down here, getting absolutely decimated. Wow, Spines and Lurkers and Hydras, not a good combination against Zealots. But Phoenix lifting up Lurkers and killing them, such a good move for Protoss. Long distance mining for drones, taking some shots. Spines trying to kill Disruptors. No, Purification Nova does get off, killing 1 Lurker and 2 Lurkers. Nice, nice Purification Novas there indeed from our friend Probe. It's 60 to 65 workers in favor of our Protoss player. 3 base to 5 base. Probe looking fantastic. Another Warpin of Zealots. Burrowed Roaches though. Hey! Burrowed Roaches and Burrowed Hydras. A yank on the Warp Prism, and does it get killed? Not quite. Phoenix killing Vipers too. Oh man, these Phoenix have been so cost effective killing Infestors. Wow, a Fungal keeping them alive. These Zealots still killing everything here in the main base. Roaches might be able to take them down. There are +2 attack on those Zealots, +2 attack on the Roaches as well. Another march in from Probe, making sure this base is not being retaken by TLO. And does he want to go in further here? I do not know. There are a lot of lurkers. 3 lurkers here. Hydras 2 killing, more dropping stuff. These Zealots not doing much of anything to this point. Immortals not caring about the lurkers, killing everything there on the ground. Hydra's on the high ground trying to kill what they can. Just kind of stuck in a bit of a bad position here as Probe, but doing the best that he can. A lot of units low on health, but it's a bunch of Immortals, and that's it. A GG from TLO. TLO has defeated Probe's victorious, and TLO has left the game. So Probe takes game number 1 of our best of 3 series. Well played by him, holding that early Ling pressure proved to be paramount. Yes, TLO was able to drone up behind that, but the Phoenix play from Probe was impeccable. Impeccable Phoenix play. I know he lost most of them towards the end. Let's see if he had any left. He still has 2, and he lost 10. So yeah, not super careful, but man, those guys were killing Vipers and Infestors towards the end. They were consistently killing drones. TLO lost 46 drones in that game. Probe only lost 8 workers of his own. So just excellent play there by Probe. TLO did his best, but did fall to the Australian this day. There is always game 2, though, which we will see tomorrow. So that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.